Hi, this is John at Colligo. I'm on the Shock 35 project boat. I want to talk to you about the Lifelines. Here we're on the starboard side of the boat. We did some really cool things. All the Lifelines are 5mm die-knife ducts, breaking strength of 11,000 pounds, so big factor of safety there. What we did starting at the bow pulpit here is Brummel splice. We did about a 3-inch eye, 6-inch circumference eye. That's a Brummel covered with PVC shrink tube. We made those in the shop. We stretched that to about 1,000 pounds and shrink that shrink tube on. But more importantly, you can see what we did here is we luggage tagged that eye splice around the large diameter pulpit, the 1-inch stainless. And we use this connection here that we normally use for a Lifeline. We only use that for vertical support. You can see we did that on both in the top and bottom. So we just luggage tag that. Lots of nice, generous bending radius and much stronger connection than using that small piece of rod that's bent and welded on in tension. We got lucky on this boat. We have 5/16 holes with nice inserts, nice generous radii you can see there. We're probably not going to have any chafe issues with this boat, but what we recommend is intermittently you just release the lashing, slide these out, and then inspect them. Inspect. Those are the 3 rules of Dyneema Lifelines. You can see the neck stanchion. Going back here to the gate, we did some cool things. So for the gate, what I did here is put a loop through the stanchion and 2 of our static blocks on each side. That loop breaks it over 10,000 pounds. So lots of factor of safety there. We did the lashing with our CSS 71 line terminator. Again, shrink tube, Brummel splice. The lashing line is 3mm Dynice. It's regular Dyneema, breaks at 3,000 pounds. We've got at least 6 passes there, so another generous factor of safety. CSS 71 line terminator, CSS 41 static block that we use, and we put that loop through the eye, put another static block on the other side, and it makes a nice, clean, kind of cool looking stanchion setup. You can see we did that for the lower one as well. One of the things we do that I think is kind of cool, when we do this lashing, we do a series of half hitches, and then you get a kind of a nice spiral. Makes it look cool, makes it look like you know what you're doing. I want to talk to you about the gates here. I'm really excited about our solution for the gates. With synthetic Lifelines, a lot of times people splice the gates up and then you always have a loose gate. It's real important to have tight Lifelines. So a loose gate is not going to give you tight Lifelines. You can see these Lifelines here are pretty tight, and they can even be tighter. We have a pelican hook on that end. Down here, we borrowed this technology from a whoopee sling. So basically, we take that, well, let me back up a second. We have a whoopee sling. This piece of Dyneema is run down through the static block and then through itself for about 20 inches. We put the stopper knot at the end after you get everything made to the right length. What we do is take this loop that we make with this whoopee sling and we luggage tag it to this static block. So then again, you're doubling it. You're getting a lot more factor of safety with the luggage tag, which is really cool. And you can still pull on this. The beauty of this whoopee sling thing is you pull on the knot and work the line down, and you tighten up, you cinch up this loop, and you can still do that through the luggage tag, which is very cool. So what you do to tension it up, you pull off the pelican hook, you cinch up the whoopee sling half of it to exactly where you need it, well, basically to where the pelican hook is just barely put on, and then when you tension up the pelican hook, it puts a lot of tension on the line. So very cool setup. I think I'm going to do a little video on how to tension these later. Moving aft, we have the same kind of setup here. I did use gate eyes here, steel gate eyes, because of these steel pelican hooks. I didn't want those to bang up the aluminum static blocks, or I would have done those on the other side, on this side also. Again, lashing 3mm, at least 6 passes, CSS 71 line terminator, shrink tube, Brummel splice. Down here in the aft pulpits, same kind of thing. We are using a Brummel splice, 6-inch circumference Brummel splice, and we're luggage tagging it to the 1-inch pulpit, only using this for vertical support. And you can see it down there also. So any questions, please send us an email. But this is how we do it in the synthetic world, and I think you're going to find this is a really safe way to go, maybe the safest, and it's what we recommend. Thanks. John at Colligo.